Okay, this one's a language problem in math. It's asking us to identify independent and dependent variables. So to assist me with this, I'm going to find my independent variable. Let me circle this one in blue. So everything I mark in blue will be an independent variable, and in green I will do the dependent variables. So essentially how these variables relate to each other is in any kind of phrase, and we were trying to figure out one thing kind of moves on its own and then it influences the other variable. The variable that is influenced is the dependent variable because it depends on whatever the independent variable is doing on its own. So in this first example, temperature varies relative to the distance from the North Pole. So in this case, the thing that is changing depending on where you are is the temperature. So the independent variable is, what's our independent variable going to be on this one? Is going to be distance from the North Pole, because it's just marching on wherever you are relative to the North Pole. But as you change that distance, what changes in real life is the temperature. So the temperature depends on how far away from the North Pole you are. In the second example, we have input m yielding an output in a function here, or a little relationship, an equation. So since input m is the thing that goes in, it causes a different output for every single input that you get. So the thing that is dependent is the thing that you're getting out, and the thing that is independent is the thing that you're putting in, because the thing you're putting in is just marching on. So in this case, m is your independent variable. It is the one that's just doing whatever it is. It's the input. You get to choose that, and it causes a different output, which is n in this case. The n is the output, and so the output n depends on what you choose to put in for m. Okay, final real life example here. Eating fewer calories will lower your weight, right? So, what's independent and what is dependent here? Is it the calories eating that is independent, and then as you eat, the number of calories, you calculate how many calories, and you're going to see how that influences the weight? Or is it your weight that influences the number of calories you eat? So in other words, if I lose a bunch of weight, does that cause me to eat less calories? Or does eating less calories cause me to lose a little bit of weight? So the correct answer here, hopefully, as I was languaging through it, you kind of understood, was that the calorie intake is the independent variable. You can think of different amounts of calories you could have and see how that would influence what? What would the output be? In this case, it would be the weight, because the number of calories you eat influences the amount of weight that you will, I guess, lose or gain, depending on the situation. So that is how we do independent and dependent variables.